Before you scroll away, stop right here because what you are about to witness is the exact moment fans across the world completely lost control after seeing Zhao Lusi and Dylan Wang together again in a way no one expected. And if you stay until the very end, you are going to understand why this reunion is being called the biggest Kdrama moment in years. So subscribe right now and stay with every second because this story unfolds in a way that will leave you speechless long after it ends. For months, the rumors never stopped. Every small interaction became a headline. Every public appearance became a discussion. Fans watched every interview, every backstage clip, every accidental glance, hoping for one thing: a reunion. Not just another event, not just another photo, but a real project. A drama that would finally bring them back together on screen. At first it seemed impossible. Too many schedules, too many rumors, too many expectations. People began losing hope. Some believed it would never happen. Others convinced themselves the timing was gone forever. But then something changed. Quietly, without warning, a small leak appeared online. At first no one believed it. A blurry production photo. Two figures standing side by side under bright filming lights. One wearing a long dark coat, the other smiling softly while reading a script. The image spread instantly. Fans zoomed in, compared profiles, analyzed every detail. And within minutes the entire internet exploded with one question. Was it really them? The production team stayed silent. No confirmation. No denial. And that silence only made everything bigger. Because silence creates mystery. And mystery creates obsession. The next morning, everything intensified. Another clip surfaced. This time clearer. A behind-the-scenes video lasting only a few seconds. But those few seconds were enough to send millions of fans into complete shock. There they were, Zhao Lusi and Dylan Wang, standing together under the soft glow of studio lights, talking quietly, smiling in a way that looked natural, comfortable, familiar, not forced, not rehearsed, real. Fans immediately reacted. Comments flooded every platform. People screaming in disbelief. Others crying from excitement. Some replaying the clip over and over again just to make sure it was real. Because after all the waiting, after all the speculation, it was finally happening. But the biggest moment had not even arrived yet. Later that evening, the official teaser dropped. The screen opened slowly. Rain falling softly over a city skyline. A piano melody playing quietly in the background. Then a voice, low, emotional, asking one question. What happens when two people who were never meant to meet find each other again? The next shot changed everything. Dylan Wang turning slowly toward the camera with an intense expression. Then Zhao Lusi appearing beside him, wearing a soft white outfit illuminated by warm golden lights. The chemistry between them was immediate. Not something created through editing. Not something exaggerated for promotion. It felt undeniable. The teaser lasted less than 1 minute. But by the end of it, fans were completely overwhelmed. Some could not believe how powerful their connection looked on screen. Others said the atmosphere between them felt stronger than any drama currently airing. And within hours, the teaser became one of the most watched clips online. The reactions were impossible to ignore. Fan pages exploded with edits. Comment sections moved faster than anyone could read. People calling it the comeback of the decade. Others claiming this was the pairing they had waited years to see. Even casual viewers who had never followed either star began paying attention. Because something about this reunion felt different. It did not feel like a normal casting announcement. It felt personal, emotional, almost unreal. Behind the scenes, the atmosphere was just as intense. Reports from the filming location described long nights filled with emotional scenes that left even crew members speechless. One insider claimed that during a rehearsal, Zhao Lusi became so immersed in a scene that the entire set fell silent after the director yelled cut. Another source revealed that Dylan Wang remained in character long after filming ended, walking quietly around the set as if carrying the emotions of the scene with him. And those stories only fueled the excitement further. Fans began imagining what the full drama would look like. Would it be romantic, heartbreaking,
Bittersweet.
no one knew for sure. But one thing became clear very quickly. The emotional energy between them was stronger than anyone. The moment the premiere ended should have been the conclusion of the excitement, but if you stay with this until the very end, you're going to understand why what happened after the release of the drama starring Zhao Lusi and Wang did not just continue the story, it completely changed how fans saw everything. After the first episode aired, the reaction was instant. Not slow, not gradual. Instant. Clips flooded every platform within minutes. People replaying scenes over and over. Not just for entertainment, but for understanding. Trying to catch every glance, every pause, every moment of silence between them. Because something about their on-screen chemistry felt different. Stronger than expected. Almost too natural. As if it was not acted. As if it was remembered. Fans could not stop talking about it. The opening scene alone became viral. Not because of action. Not because of dialogue. But because of the way they looked at each other. A silence that carried meaning. A connection that felt familiar. And that familiarity started a new wave of speculation. The second episode only intensified everything. A scene where Wang's character hesitates before speaking. And Zhao Lusi's character responds without hesitation. It was simple, but it felt real. Too real. Fans began creating theories. Some said it was perfect casting. Others said it felt like life blending into fiction. And that is where things became even more interesting. Because behind the scenes, something was shifting too. Interviews started revealing small details. Not dramatic statements. Just subtle comments. About how easy it felt to work together again. How natural certain scenes were. How some emotional moments did not need direction. They just happened. And that is what made fans even more curious. Because when professionalism feels effortless, people start wondering if there is something deeper behind it. A moment during a promotional interview changed everything again. When asked about reuniting after so long, Zhao Lusi smiled briefly before saying that some connections do not reset, they continue. The room reacted instantly. Reporters looked at each other. Fans online exploded. Because that answer was not scripted. It felt personal. Wang, sitting beside her, did not interrupt. He simply nodded. Not dramatically. Not emotionally. Just a quiet acknowledgement. And that small moment became the most discussed clip of the week. As the drama continued airing, the storyline on screen began to mirror the emotions off screen in ways fans could not ignore. Scenes of separation felt heavier. Scenes of reunion felt more emotional than expected. And every episode deepened the audience connection. Not just to the characters,
but to the actors themselves.
Then came the turning point episode. A scene where both characters finally confront years of misunderstanding. The dialogue was intense. But the performance was what stunned viewers. Tears that felt unplanned. Silences that felt too real. A moment where both characters simply looked at each other without speaking. And that silence carried more weight than the entire script. After that episode aired, social media exploded. People calling it the most emotional C-drama scene of the year. Others saying no pairing had ever felt this authentic. And slowly, the line between fiction and reality began to blur for viewers. Behind the scenes, the production team remained quiet. Not denying anything, not confirming anything, just letting the project speak for itself. And that silence added fuel to the excitement. Because when nothing is explained, everything becomes open to interpretation. The final episode arrived with massive anticipation. Servers struggled with traffic. Livestream discussions hit record numbers. Fans from around the world watching simultaneously. And when the final scene aired, everything came full circle. The characters stood together one last time. Not with dramatic confession, but with understanding. A quiet acceptance of everything they had been through. And then the screen faded. Not with separation, but with possibility. And that ending became the most discussed conclusion of the year. Because it did not feel like an ending at all. It felt like continuation. After the finale, interviews confirmed only one thing. that the chemistry between Zhao Lusi and Dylan Wang was something even the crew could not fully explain. Some called it professional magic, others called it timing, but fans called it something else entirely: connection. And that is where the story settles. Not with confirmation of rumors, not with denial of speculation, but with something more powerful. A story that lives in the space between fiction and reality. And now the only question that remains is this: when two actors create a connection so strong that even fiction feels real, do we separate the story from the people? Or do we accept that sometimes the performance is only half the truth? If this continuation made you feel every moment and you want more stories like this, make sure you subscribe, like this video, and share it with someone who understands that sometimes the most powerful stories are the ones that never fully end. They just continue in the minds of those who watch them unfold.